The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The new Technics A800 Premium Wireless Headphones and AZ60 True Wireless Earbuds feature industry-leading noise cancelling, multi-point Bluetooth connection, superior call quality and long-lasting battery life. Indulge in superior sound like never before with Technics.
The Real Pod is brought to you by our good friends at Nando's. They've got restaurants across Aotearoa, and if you order through the Nando's app, you can collect Perry Perks points to redeem for delicious rewards. Hit nandos.co.nz to learn more and start earning.
It's a good key for me. And then it goes insanely high.
Can we start a Real Pod choir, a quartet?
I would actually love that.
Kia ora Stefano, welcome to the Real Pod. The wheels are off.
Wheels? What are wheels?
Who knows?
That far that way.
The moment Duncan said, I'm not doing the Real Pod this week, too busy, the wheels just packed their bags, as wheels do, and they rolled away. And now it's just me, Jane Yee, and my lovely co-host, Alex Casey.
Hello, Culver.
We've also got birthday boy from the other day, Tiahi Butler in the producer's seat. Happy birthday.
Happy. All the corns right now across the country. We should do that. Like the big crunch.
The big corn.
The big hair. Oh, see,
the big hair. Tiahi, how's 29?
So different to 28. I can't even begin to describe it.
He's already starting to plan his 30th birthday, and it's sounding like it's going to be hot.
What?
I'm going to make a whole lot of spicy chicken wings, I think. And I'm going to eat them all and then deal with the consequences, I suppose.
That's a great life.
See, when we talked about it before, it was something I'd sort of invited myself along to, and now you're just talking about eating chicken wings solo, so I don't know what happened.
I mean, anybody can come, I think.
Okay.
And is this sort of is it Nando? Is this like a Nando's affiliation?
Yeah, am I allowed to talk about spicy chicken wings that aren't Nando affiliated on this pod?
Just get some Nando's ones, or get some do as like starters, do a round of just peri-peri, just while the troops are arriving before you kick into your other branded sauces.
And then have some cheesy bread on hand for chasers.
Oh, yes.
So good. Have you thought, does spicy food make people toilet?
Everything makes me toilet, Jane.
I'm concerned about the toileting situation always.
At the party.
If there's a lot of people.
It's his party.
It's his party in a year's time.
BYO Portaloo.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah.
Or bucket.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I have this thing that the Shiwi woman sent me. These interesting sort of, I would describe them as a plastic bag to poo in.
It didn't take long, did it? We got there real quick.
And you can hand those out like party favours on the door.
Hey, you might remember that we are doing recap podcasts of Married at First Sight Australia. And, when we do these Married at First Sight podcasts, quite often we get some new listeners, and they might find their way over to the regular pod. And this is what they're hearing. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if you're new here. I mean, you're already gone. They're gone.
They're not bothering. They only want maths in the title, nothing else.
I'm trying really hard not to sing Kelly Clarkson. Already gone right now. Alex has been singing lessons. We'll talk about that in real life.
Yeah.
Before we get into the real news, I'd like to remind you about our Real Pod Corner Facebook group. Facebook.com/groups/Real Pod Corner. You'll find some great chat in there. Some funny memes, pictures. Benjamin Blackwell from Married at First Sight New Zealand is an active member. And also you can find us on Instagram at the Spin-off Podcast Network. Thank you, Nando's, by the way, for being delicious,
So good.
for making this podcast happen, and for introducing me to cheesy bread.
No, I can't say what I was about to say.
What?
We were floating a theory that none of us have got COVID because we eat so much Nando's. But I don't think they'd like that.
Conspiracy corner.
I don't think they'd like that, Jane.
No, we do have a we haven't had a lot of people in the spin-off go down as yet.
haven't.
Just two. I feel like proportionally we're doing very, very well. Probably helps
per
that we don't have
capita.
an office. We're all working
Helps
from
a little
home.
bit.
Never mind. Anyway, let's get into the real news. Do you dream, Alex? Are you a dreamer?
Do I? I love dreams and I love talking about dreams, even though I know everyone thinks dreams are so boring. And I'm so glad that we're leading the bulletin with a dream story today.
And the most important news, a new survey has shown that New Zealanders love dreaming about our teeth falling out. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if we love it. It's just that's
It
what
happens.
that's what we dream about.
You
or
don't
at
get
least
to choose.
That's what we look up on the internet about. A survey into Google's most popular dream searches showed New Zealanders are most likely to dream about their teeth falling out. Teeth dreams apparently represent feelings of frustration, self-doubt, and fear. The most popular topic people Googled their dreams about was dogs. I'm thinking globally most popular. Dogs. 19 countries have dogs at the top of their list. It's
Wow.
a lot of dogs. Closely followed by being pregnant and snakes.
Can't relate to any of this.
I don't have teeth dreams. Do you?
I might have had the odd one, but I feel like this is that thing where it's like you write stories about it, then everyone reads about dreams about teeth, and then they dream about teeth, and it's like it's a circular economy of teeth dreams.
That's true. It's surprising to me I don't have teeth dreams, given that I'm constantly feeling frustrated, full of self-doubt and fear.
Yes.
But I have dreams of like heavy leg. Do you get that? When you're running and you just like you can't. But I also have dreams about my most common dreams are like panic dreams. Okay, so the plane's leaving in 45 minutes and I haven't finished packing. Like in your sane mind, you're like, well, you've missed check-in anyway, so forget it. Just forget it. Rebook. But I'm running around throwing things into a suitcase and like going, oh God, I don't know. I've got one shirt, just complete and utter terror. The other ones are like about to go on stage. Don't know the dance moves. Don't know the lyrics to the
doesn't
song.
sound like you at all.
I know.
You always know the dance moves.
And yeah, so they're my most common.
See, I have really quite graphic murder disaster dreams.
Whoa.
Yeah, a lot. Because I'm very highly strung, I have anxiety, depression, etc., etc. You have these things that happen in your brain when you're tuned out. But I would like to confront you about something that you did in a dream to me.
Shit, sorry.
This was the situation. It was so real. We were here, we were in Morningside, and we're walking past Courier Post Depot. That's, we've just
We do that
we've
sometimes.
We do that. And who was walking up the street but Jack from Married at First Sight?
Oh my God.
I know.
Dream come true.
Dream come true. And we both sort of freaked out. We're like, oh my God, do we say something? Do we not? And he walked past us, and then we decided to kind of seize the moment. We went for a drink at the Morningside Tavern with him.
Oh my God.
But
Delightful.
you, dirty dog.
Oh no.
We're like, let's get a selfie. And you took a selfie, but you purposefully cropped me out and did a burst. So got shitloads of photos of just you and Jack.
I would never do that, Alex. I would crop you out afterwards.
Yeah, it was in the moment. It was
I would
in
not
camera
crop
editing.
you in the moment.
I know, what does that all mean?
I don't know. I think it means that I'm destined to be with Jack, which is terrible because I'm old enough to be his mother. No judgment to people who have that sort of relationship. I'm constantly dreaming. I am every night I wake up and I remember, every morning I wake up and I remember my dreams from the night before.
Well, you get that a lot with working from home as well if you're not waking up with an alarm, as I learned.
I wake up with my children's alarm, so they wake me up. So I guess you're right in the middle of your dream when a child comes in and pokes you in the eyeball, and then you're like, where am I?
What was happening? How are your dreams, Tio, here?
I've definitely had the teeth dreams.
Yeah?
Yeah, several times.
And what's happened? Is it just you're losing endless teeth?
They just come out.
They just fall out.
No,
Like you're taking a bite of a sandwich and your full set of chompers.
no, it's like there's something going on with your teeth and you kind of reach in there and you go, what's going on? And then you pull them out and it's super satisfying.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me that so many people are having this dream. You know?
I guess we all have that in common. We all lose our teeth, right?
Yeah, but I don't have the dream. I want
Maybe
the dream.
I'll have the dream tonight.
We'll see. I'll get you posted.
Yeah.
What about sexy dreams? I mean, that's something else. When you have sex dreams about the colleagues, that's the worst.
I
The
can't
absolute
speak.
worst.
I can't speak about that.
Don't
Not on the
lie.
record.
Don't
Not
lie.
on the
No, I'm not speaking about it
record.
on the record either. Don't you worry. Let's talk about Kate Hawkesby. Pivot. Kate Hawkesby was caught up in a Facebook scam. She was absolutely fuming after she was unknown. I don't know why I just did a Kath and Kim kind of a fuming just then.
I liked it.
I did watch Kath and Kim last night. It's
good, isn't it?
That's probably the why. She was fuming after she was unknowingly involved in a Facebook scam that told people they'd won a share of $20,000. Kate only found out about the scam once people started messaging her to say thank you, and then Facebook didn't believe her when she told them to take it down. Maybe they thought Kate was scamming them. So many layers.
So many layers. And that she said she spent a good chunk of her afternoon messaging people back saying, this isn't the real me, you haven't won anything. But how do you know what to believe?
We would
in this
know
climate?
because if Kate Hawkesby told us on the internet that we'd won $1,000 share of her 20K, we'd know that not to be true because she's blocked us all.
She's blocked us.
So instant red flag.
Unless she had a change of heart.
That would be quite a swing, quite a turnaround. Hey, speaking of celebs though, and this isn't in the real news, but breaking news from yesterday, or the day before, by the time you're listening to this, so well and truly broken. JJ Feeney down with COVID.
Oh.
She's isolating. She's doing a radio show from her bench top.
Why did she take some bloody sick leave?
I would, if I were her. But also, this is fucking nuts. There was a shooting in Auckland. It's her brother.
I saw that.
It's her brother.
Crazy. And he was just like a random
Yeah.
passerby. Shocking.
Is
The life and times of JJ.
Look, I'm just want to say he's going to be okay, and then I'm going to follow that up with it's going to be great for her next book. Like COVID,
True.
got COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got so many things to cover. She's got the
Manu.
breakup, Manu, her new friend who's outed himself, by the way, on Instagram because I watched his story and Kanye was in it.
Oh,
Kanye the dog, not West.
Yeah. He's in
and-
trouble too, though, of course.
Yeah,
God.
God, it's all on. And it all comes back to JJ Feeney, basically. An American woman is fighting to keep her fart personalised plate. Over in America, by the way, the most
Yes.
Googled dream search in America is cheating.
Interesting.
A North Carolina woman is fighting to keep her special fart personalised number plate after people complained to the local DMV.
Oh,
There are already 9,000 banned plates in North Carolina, including, I mean, how do I say this?
badass.
But it's bad as 50. It's bad as 50, but I think it's badass.
It's like dead mouse.
Like the 5 is an S.
Yeah.
Get naked. And
Oh, that's what that is. I thought it was. No.
what do you think it was?
Getting a kid.
Getting a kid. Oh my God. I mean, it could be. This is the danger with personalised
Getting a
plates,
kid.
right? You never really know. There's a lot open to interpretation. And this one, which I'm upset about, cornhole.
It's a travesty.
It's just it's a lovely like family game, right?
It's fine.
Does cornhole?
Also, that's a lot of characters. Is
yeah,
it
they
not?
got more people, more cars.
Oh my
need more
God,
numbers.
Of
Yeah.
course.
What
Is it just fart?
what dirty
Plain.
thing does cornhole mean that I'm not aware of?
I don't know.
What does it mean?
Well, like, there's only so many.
But there's never mind. In other news, 2 new TV channels.
I'm not finished with number plates. You've interrupted Mike McRoberts.
You love a good number plate, don't you?
Yes, I just wanted to talk about the best number plate I've ever seen in terms of the amount of life story in one number plate. Because you know how you can get the tiny writing
Yes, on the framey bit.
on the top and bottom. And so the big writing, the number plate was expat. And then the tiny writing was, I am a US expat and bloody loving it here. But it was just like this novella. Like, why do you need that? Makes me think it's like someone who's like an illegal alien or something who's like overcompensating.
That is quite sweet.
Yeah, it was sweet.
What would you get as a personalised plate?
Alex Casey.
Oh, of course. Is it out there?
No, it's long gone.
Long gone. I've seen the Jane, like a just straight up Jane.
Most Tiger, of course.
It was indeed. Okay, 2 new TV channels are starting soon. They are called Rush and Eden. Sound like porn channels to me. They're not, by the way. Well, I don't think they are. Actually, when you read the descriptor of Eden, it could well be.
What does it say?
Eden will offer an escape from life's routine, offering content that entertains, informs, and provokes new thinking and interest for viewers.
Oh my God.
And Rush features high adrenaline reality. So that's all we know.
That's all we know.
Could be porn, probably not. Odds are probably not.
Probably not on the free-to-air all day, every day. But I think it's an interesting stylistic choice that Eden is lowercase. Have you noticed that?
No.
That's what they've done.
Right.
That's what they've done here.
Would you not do that? That's what like arty people do. Like arty people I know when they write emails, they're like, it's almost like they deliberately use a little I, even though it would be autocorrected. They'll like go back and...
I don't know what they're playing at. But we know Rebecca Wright has the new 8 p.m. news show.
Yes.
Crazy we didn't get the call.
Yeah, well, too experienced,
news
maybe?
caliber. Yeah, too expensive.
Oh no, it's just giggles. It's just bloody giggles when Duncan's not here, isn't it? Who's doing the fold
It's
insert,
fine.
by the way? That's it, right? Like we're talking about new media.
He'd have a whole thing. He
would.
He'll be bloody screaming. Listen to this.
He will.
He knows why there's a lowercase e. I'm sure
He does, and it's probably got something to do with a
merger.
media merger.
You guys are sad.
It's fine. He doesn't have time to listen.
He doesn't. This is the news. We don't write it. Tara does. She didn't write that about you, Duncan, by the way. That was ad-libbing. Okay, a woman has revived a drowned platypus with CPR.
Amazing.
After the huge floods in Australia last week, a woman saved a drowned platypus. Well, drowning? Anyway, by giving it CPR. Sunshine Coast local Penelope was out for a drive when she saw a lump in the road that turned out to be a wee mate platypus.
Aww.
Penelope said she panicked and started doing CPR, 2 finger compressions, and the platypus coughed and spluttered and then swam off.
Cough.
COVID.
Oh.
She risked her life, essentially. But also, how the fuck do you form a seal around a platypus, Bill?
Well, I don't think that she did that. I think she just did the 2 finger.
Oh, she started doing CPR 2 finger compressions. I prefer my version. I just want to say.
Yeah. Wrapping her laughing gear around baby platypus Bill.
Oh, little mate. That's cute. I hope
That
she
is
got
cute.
video of it. Otherwise, it didn't happen as far as I'm concerned.
I think there is. I think there's footage on Instagram.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, God, I'd love to see a platypus. I don't know if
Same.
I've ever seen one.
I think it's one of those things that it just feels very cartoony, and if you were to see it in real life, it would be like Uncanny Valley, and you'd have to check out. Like you'd basically
cute.
like, this is too. I can't.
Have you seen a platypus penis?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen a platypus, and so I have not seen a platypus penis. You mean pictures of?
Pictures of.
Okay, I'm just searching right now.
Let's get a live react on this.
Can you explain the donut that we were going to eat while I do this?
I got handed a donut on the way into the studio. Cream, jam. What looks like a lovely jam, actually, like a really fake jam. Doesn't look like it has any fruit in it, which I always like. And lovely and sugared. Maybe from Kind. Oh,
That is not true.
yeah, it's true. Can you Google that on your computer, or is that not good for work?
I probably shouldn't.
Ever since I've been working from home, I feel like we're getting very loose with it.
Hang on, look at this. Can you see that? That is frightening.
Wow.
Do we?
It's got a lot of different elements.
Can we explain it or
shit.
no? It's like it's
It's pronged.
It's prone. There it is. That is all we needed. Advise you to search that up yourself in the privacy of nobody eyes.
Are you on a VPN, Jane? I'm not on the...
No, this is on the it's probably on the spinny. Hang on, we're not even on the spinny, are we? Is the spinny?
Oh, you're on the...
Am I on the new people? The new. So just to give you some context, okay? There's someone else taking over the spin-off lease. We've left the building. We've still got the We've still got the studio use for the next month, and I am probably on their Wi-Fi searching platypus peni. So that's...
You're getting an alert for that.
That is a great segue into the break. We're going to eat this donut. We're going to cut it 3 ways, and this half a donut 3 ways. So we're going to have a 6th each, and we'll be back with real life shortly thereafter.
At Zed, we know that it's time to move from being a part of the climate change problem to the heart of its solution. And as a New Zealand company providing fuel to people in all parts of the country, we also know that we have a real chance to lead that change. We're committed to providing the right energy for everyone and keeping our customers moving. We believe that innovation in fuel and how it's used can make a huge difference to our planet. You can find out more about what we're doing in the Zed app, and you can save money at the pump at the same time. Download the Zed app for free and make your journey with Zed quicker and easier.
When you choose to invest, your money has power. Avoiding companies that finance weapons production or ignore climate change is important. But impact investing goes beyond just avoiding harmful behaviours. It's an opportunity to invest in companies that are actually improving the world. Invest in a better future with the Harbour Sustainable Impact Fund. Grow your wealth and make a positive impact on the world. This is not personalised advice. A disclaimer and the product disclosure statement for Harbour investment funds issued by Harbour Asset Management is available at harbourasset.co.nz.
Classic Alex Casey real life moment to lead the real life.
Breaking
happened.
From this very studio, I just got up to get a knife for the donut and I put Jane's mask on instead of mine.
And she commented on how filthy it was too, I might add.
I was like, oh, I'm so disgusting. Look at all this filthy makeup inside my mask. And then I immediately realised it was not mine.
I feel so exposed, by the way. Like, the inside of your mask is your own dirty little secret.
Yes.
That is not to be shared with anyone.
It's
obviously for COVID reasons, but also for just privacy reasons.
It's
no secret
I wrote a story about people who wear lipstick under their masks, and I wrote that it's as intimate as peeling back your pillowcase and showing your real pillows.
I mean, you know about my pillow.
Yeah.
There's like
That's 90% skin.
That is terrifyingly accurate as a comparison.
Anyway, it was very stressful.
I'm sitting here with a smile on my face. I am haunted inside by this for the rest of my years.
That I wore your mask?
Well, yes.
Yeah,
No,
but now
not
we
because
sort of
you wore
forever.
it. Not because you wore it. I'm not like, gross, Alex wore it. I'm like, I'm disgusting. And now Alex knows the truth.
But also I was like, I'm as disgusting. Like my mask is covered in makeup too.
It's nowhere near as disgusting as mine.
But some
It's
of
not
them
as
are.
disgusting.
And I never know which mask I'm wearing. So it could well have been mine.
Do you know I did it for a while? I was like rocking the makeup mask and the non-makeup mask. So for the days where I wasn't wearing makeup, I was like, I'm not sullying this one. I'm not going to have a whole collection of makeup masks. But that's all gone out the window now that in my real life I am living basically a self-imposed level 4 lockdown.
Are you?
I have managed to not get the Gron. Touch wood. Feel like that just jinxed it. And I'm starting to think there's maybe the smallest possibility that I might not get it. Is that?
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, no. Fanciful thinking.
I don't know. What makes you think that? Just so you've had a good run?
Because
careful.
I feel like I've had lots of close calls, no positive rats, no positive PCRs, none of my children.
That doesn't matter because they had it at their school, right?
They've got it,
Everywhere.
It's bloody everywhere, isn't it?
It's bloody all
And
over
they
Israel.
are. My children are not. They have fingers and mouths and all sorts. They're not. They're not like pure. So I'm just. I don't know. I should stop thinking like that, shouldn't I? I should stop.
Well, because if it happens, it happens.
It's
no. Very likely.
Look,
and it's no reflection on your choices.
No, of course not. I'm not like. It's more just like in my head for the longest time now. I've been like, well, we're definitely getting it. We're definitely getting it. And now I'm sort of like, is there a possibility that I don't? I obviously don't judge anyone who does. It could happen to any of us. Probably going to happen to me tomorrow now that I said that.
Now that I've worn your mask.
Oh, God.
Definitely. I am teeming with it. Imagine.
Now what do I do? Do I go?
I don't have it.
Do I walk to my car without my mask on? Or can I do hands? Do I just have my house just for the walk through the office? And then
I don't know. Could you put that canvas bag over your head?
That's my life. I'm not doing anything. I groomed Pickle.
Oh yeah, you're getting very good at that.
Getting
I saw
very
the good,
good at it.
Yeah. Is this part of the lockdown? Not taking him to.
It's a hangover from spending quite a bit of money on some fancy dog clippers in a previous lockdown, and now being like, I got to follow through.
Yeah.
So I bought some attachments that made life a bit easier, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm getting there.
You just start a side hustle.
He fucking hates it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I bet. Charming.
Well, I've met Pickle.
I am really.
He is aggrieved.
I am really sweaty, by the way.
Same.
I am like.
I'm still in a panic about wearing your mask.
That's me.
It was
the
just
day
like one
I
of those shocking feelings. I was saying off mic, it's like when you drink someone else's drink at the movies. But then you said you've never done that.
Or when you're like in a crowded like market or something. Remember those days? And you accidentally like touch hands with someone, but it's almost like a weird handhold. Like you're
Yes.
kind of like bustling through people.
Yes.
And you both kind of like move your hand at the same time and they end up kind of like your fingers interlocked or something.
Oh my God.
Terrifying.
I had the most extreme version of this. I'll paint the scene. Thailand, full moon party. I'm 21. I was there with my best friend Cleo at the time, and we had a lot of buckets, buckets of stuff that you have when you're in Thailand, crazy cocktails of like not good
I was thinking
alcohol.
bucket bongs.
No. And both kind of a bit out of it, but I was walking through a crowd and I thought I was holding her hand.
Oh, no.
I turned around. Not only was it not Cleo, it was a monkey. It was a monkey. I mean, this is not a good vibe, but you know how like in Thailand they have people who carry around like kind of sedated animals to get photos with? It was that sort of a situation. And I had been holding this monkey's hand in the crowd thinking that it was my dear friend. It was not.
I think that's better than a person though, like holding a stranger's
It's
hand
more exciting.
and they're not letting it go.
Yeah.
Like at least you can go,
That's
okay,
quite scary.
monkey was just up for a handhold.
Also, like,
A bit
wants to
sedated.
get out.
Oh, once it was like, help
freedom.
me. Was it
And I
like doing
would
Morse
have,
code?
if I
Squeezing
could
your
have.
hand?
I know.
Help me.
I sort of panicked towards the end there. Forget.
Poor little monkey.
I know.
You should go back.
I
for it.
didn't get a photo with it, to be clear.
We
I
could
don't
do
support
we could do a
that.
podcast series where we try and reunite you with the monkey.
Yeah. Let's do that.
It'd be very short
It's
series.
a few years ago now. What's the lifespan of a monkey? Quite long. Short, is it like a human?
I don't know.
Oh, Lucy Kelly.
I love how you're bashing at your keyboard to try and beam her in.
I'm not even connected to the internet. My notes are on the Pages app.
What's your week been like?
I have two things of note. I went. I was actually a bit of a culture vulture. I went to the art gallery on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the Mary Quant exhibition.
Did you
Lots
draw
of
eyes on
lovely,
anything?
I didn't, but I just remembered what that's referring to. I didn't, but this man drew an eye of a different kind in that he just dropped a massive fart
No.
in the middle of the gallery while we
No.
were all staring at these lovely Mary Quant outfits in silence. And he was really close to us and just ripped one out.
Was it audible?
Yes.
Oh.
It was like powerful. And then he just kind of stood there. I'd say maybe gave it 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then just left.
Because he's trying to make it look, he knows if he scarpers, it's really obvious it's him. So he's used the logic that if I hang around and
Could have been anyone.
and act like, oh,
yeah.
along with everyone else, they might believe it to be someone else.
Yeah. It was brazen.
And was it smelly?
Well, I
or-
couldn't tell, but it got me thinking because of the masks. And I was like, maybe people are more comfortable now just letting rip because everyone's got masks on.
not audibly. No.
Do you think it was a mistake?
I think it was a mistake. Was he in motion or was he standing
He was standing,
still?
reading just reading information.
Oh, there's absolutely no way that was deliberate.
But he was out of there.
He
Never
might
saw
have.
him
He might
again.
have thought he was sneaking out a wee
Yeah.
quiet one, and
Yeah.
then his bottom had other ideas.
Anyway, I worry about those porous clothes. They're old, in the 60s. And that guy's
Oh.
around there doing a bit of all of that.
A little bit of modern times with the oldie times. Preserved
Yeah.
forevermore.
Just asking the question. The other thing that happened to me is have you been to Super Trash?
No.
It's this like crazy junk shop.
I've been nowhere, Alex. I think
I've been around. I'm actually more active than I've ever been.
I'm so pleased you put on my mask.
And I went to this place, which, let me tell you, is like floor to ceiling, just piles of junk. And I bought 2 lovely wool blankets, like, nice New Zealand made, lovely, no stains, no problems. Got 2 for $40, thought it was a good deal. We're moving to Christchurch at the end of the year. I was like, we need lots of warm wool blankets.
Pardon me?
Moving to Christchurch at the end of the year.
Is that definitely happening, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely.
You sure about that?
Definitely happening. I've got the blankets now. I have to go.
It can get cold in Auckland.
Not cold enough. Not with all the blankets I've got now. Anyway, went home. Was so proud of my purchase. Unfolded them. I was covered in fleas. I was covered in fleas. Didn't know what to do because it's wool, so you can't put them through a really hot wash because then they'll get all bungled. So I did a lukewarm, and then I was thinking about putting them in the freezer. But there was no room because we've done all our ISO cooking in case we needed, lasagnas.
Oh my God, that's extremely organised.
Yeah, it was Joe, it wasn't me.
I don't know.
So I
don't know the answer
do.
to this. What did the internet tell
Well, the
you?
internet was like, fleas can survive water. It has to be really hot. But I didn't want to put them through hot, so I just did a lukewarm wash.
Fleas, I believe, can survive the end of the world. I believe that they can just get through anything. So that's it. That's it for you.
So that's me, teeming with fleas.
Again, thrilled you put on my mask. Just gets better and better. I don't think I want to know anymore.
No.
Hey, do you know that this is the last week? 2 years ago, this is the last week of normal life when we didn't know what was about to hit.
Really?
Yeah, it's nearly 2 years since
Oh
New
my
Zealand
God. And
shut
we were
down.
watching The Bachelorette
Yeah,
with Lily and Lucina.
I was still in America,
That's crazy.
planning on staying in America.
You live in America.
It's really, honestly, the shortest. The amount of airtime versus time I actually spent over there. I think I've talked about it more than the extra time I spent
On the ground.
in America. It's a bit. I'm not really that show off. It's no big deal.
But there is a new podcast coming soon to the spin-off. Jane in LA.
I think Kimberly Crossman's got that one covered, actually.
True.
Okay, well, that's our podcast, isn't it?
That was a podcast.
It was something. There were fleas, platypus, donuts. But all the hits, all the big hits. No Duncan, unfortunately, but he'll be on the Married at First Sight real recap podcast tomorrow. So make sure you give that a listen. Right, thank you very much, Alex. Thank you, Tia. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
For yesterday. Happy birthday to Tina Tiller, who is part of the Real Pod family. Hang on. Your birthday wasn't yesterday. Her birthday was yesterday. Your
what
birthday
a crazy run.
was
Gary
like
and Tiller. Butler and Tiller. Back to back. That's crazy.
yeah. What a blessed week for the birthdays.
I'd say things are looking up.
Things are looking rosy. We'll check in next week and have an update on just how great things are. You might get rid of your fleas. I might put my computer on silent. Who knows? Anything could happen. Thank you very much, Tara, for writing the news. Thank you to Callum for content managing, and thank you to you, Cornies, for listening. Thanks, Nando's.
Just quickly, if you enjoyed this podcast and value what we do at The Spinoff, please consider joining the Spinoff members. All our mahi is made possible by our members, and we wouldn't be here today without their support. Tautoko mai and head to thespinoff.co.nz/members to sign up.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spinoff Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
Talofa lava. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spinoff. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spinoff member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.